Hey friends, I'm Amy, a health coach here at Flip Your Leaf, and today we're going to be talking about fiber. Now, when we talk about fiber, what we're really talking about is chains of carbohydrates that actively resist digestion. And that means when we eat them, they might only end up partially digested, or they might not be digested at all by the time they reach our colon. So there are 4 types of fiber that we're interested in today. They're soluble fiber, insoluble fiber, resistant starches, and prebiotics. And we're going to break all of these down so you know what they're doing in your body and why you want them in there. So first up, we have soluble fiber. And in case you didn't know, in addition to things like hydrochloric acid and bile and mechanical munching, our bodies also use water to break down the food that we eat. And so when we're talking about soluble fiber, we're talking about chains of carbohydrates that dissolve in water. And as they're dissolving in your gut, they create a gel that can coat your stool, and this slows down digestion. So it can be particularly helpful for people who have issues like IBS, where food is moving through their gut too quickly. Now, on the flip side of this, we have insoluble fiber, and this is food that basically reaches the colon the same way it came in, and this can help add bulk to stool. It can speed up gut transit time, and so this can be helpful for people with issues like IBS, which is predominantly constipation. Now, just to clarify, you want a balance of both of these in your diet. So if you are suffering from IBS-D or suffering from IBS-C, you don't want to cut out a particular type of fiber, but if you're noticing that you're struggling with gut transit times that are too fast or too slow, it might be worth your while to revisit your healthcare team, tap in a dietitian, tap in a health coach and nutritionist like me to sort of see which types of fibers you're consuming and if adjusting the balance might be helpful to you. So just before we go any further, it's important to note that the low FODMAP diet can be very low in fiber if you're not being intentional about including fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and even canned beans in low FODMAP servings to keep your fiber up. And so I have had a ton of clients who, start the low FODMAP diet on their own. They come to me, they're like, hey, I started this low FODMAP diet and either my symptoms have gone totally out of whack or my symptoms are getting worse. And sort of what's the deal here? And often it's that their fiber has gone off. Either that's they're making, as they're making swaps from high FODMAP foods to low FODMAP foods, they've sort of shifted the balance between soluble and insoluble fiber, or their fiber has gone lower than what they're used to and it's kind of jammed up their systems, or even they're adding more fiber than they're used to and that is jamming up their bodies. And so it's really important that you're intentional as you are making these shifts in your diet to make sure that you're not throwing off the balance of soluble and insoluble fiber, but also that you're including enough fiber not only for your body, not only for your gut transit time, but because high FODMAP foods often include a specific type of fiber called prebiotic fiber, and that is essentially like a bagged lunch for your gut bugs. This is what your good gut bug community is eating. And so when we're taking out huge chunks of fiber from our diet, what are your gut bugs eating? We need these to keep our guts healthy. They perform really, really important jobs in our body. They help absorb vitamins, they help support our immune system, they help us, manage pain signals between the gut and the brain. They have some really important jobs, and so we want to make sure that they are also getting a healthy and variety of foods in their diet. And so it's really important that we're intentional about, putting in low FODMAP servings of fruits, vegetables, any type of fiber that we can get in there. And again, if you need help with this, definitely reach out to your healthcare team. You can reach out to me. I have a list of low FODMAP fiber sources in my VIP library. I'll make sure to link that down below. But, don't panic. This is not something that I want you to panic about. The average adult needs 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Just run it through MyFitnessPal, reach out to your dietitian, reach out to a health coach and nutritionist like me, and we can help you determine if you are eating enough fiber in your diet overall, if shifting the balance between insoluble and soluble fiber might be helpful to you, and making sure that you and your gut bug community are, getting the nutrients that you need to be happy and healthy. So often when I'm working with clients and we talk about fiber, one of the first questions I get is about fiber supplements. And this can be a bit of a double-edged sword for people with IBS because often they're used with highly fermentable ingredients like inulin. So if you're taking things like, Metamucil, you're taking inulin capsules and things like this, while these are good for your gut bugs, they're not going to feel good necessarily in your body. And I am not a doctor, I am not a dietitian. This is not medical advice. But definitely, if you're worried you're not getting enough fiber, I do want you to check in with somebody. And if you are taking a fiber supplement and you're noticing things like cramping or bloating, your pharmacist is an excellent resource for sort of having a discussion about how things are impacting your body. If you are taking an over-the-counter fiber supplement to help your body move in a way that's more comfortable for you, they can definitely be a great resource for helping you find something that is less fermentable or something that is easier on your body. And if you're looking for something that is not over-the-counter, you need a little extra help, definitely talk to your healthcare team about finding a product that is right for you. So that was a ton of information to take in. So just to recap our idea for today, the average adult needs between 25 and 30 grams of fiber per day. And you're going to get that in a mix of soluble and insoluble fiber. And just as a reminder, soluble fiber is that fiber that breaks down in water. It's going to create that gel around your stool and slow down your transit time. Insoluble fiber is fiber that is not digested in your body, and it's going to add bulk to your stool and help speed up your gut transit time. So we want a balance of both of these things. If you're noticing since starting the low FODMAP diet that your symptoms are feeling a little bit out of whack, if they've increased, definitely reach out to your healthcare team, reach out to a health coach and nutritionist like me, and we can help you assess whether altering the balance of soluble and insoluble fiber might be helpful to you. We can also help you assess any fiber supplements you're taking to see if those are helping or maybe adding to your symptoms. So that is it for today. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You are going to get a ton more information about IBS, the mechanics of FODMAPs, and really how to make your body feel like home. I'll see you in my next video.